Why is loyalty overrated?
You know, I had a really hard time answering that question. I thought about it afterwards, and I think patience would have been a better answer than loyalty. But what I started to think about, first of all, I'm a last dog dies type person, you know, when it comes to loyalty. But I have seen situations in my life and in my career where no matter how hard I tried to make the case to somebody, or how hard somebody else tried to make the case to somebody about a circumstance or a situation that involves somebody, you just couldn't get them off it. And that, you know, and in the grand scheme of things, virtues are virtues for a reason, because they're virtuous. And that was a hard question to answer. I knew the clock was ticking, and that was the best one I could come up with at the time. But in retrospect, I wish I'd picked patience.
And are you a patient person?
Actually, you know, the answer to that is it depends. You know, patient about some stuff, not so much about others.
Well, you, on the trail, you've been pretty good. You haven't made a particularly ridiculous statement or done anything.
Well, says you.
Threaten any reporters for the baseball bat?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean,
I know, yeah. I think that I think that, you know, that's kind of like what kind of tree are you or something.
Well, how about
that's one of those questions I had a hard time with.
How about the perception that you're not warm and friendly? Do you lose patience with that? How do you?
No, I've never done this before, and you know, I'm not a lawyer, so I never stood in front of a jury, and so some of the things about doing this are new, right? And I'd be the first to admit that at the age of 53, you know, I'm the old dog in many cases trying to learn new tricks about a lot of this, and I think I'm a pretty good learner and a decent listener, and I think I have learned a bunch of things along the way. But there's no question that I've gotten more comfortable about being a candidate as I've been one than I was when I started. And all right, Rick, they got the camera running, so I guess the question here is, should I tell him what Ed Harding said to me this morning or not? I mean, his office is like right down the street from here.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say that? Okay.
This may be my last act as a press secretary.
Yeah, okay. So Ed Harding wanted to meet me at a diner somewhere and just, you know, we'd work the crowd together and then sit down and talk about the campaign. So we picked one in Peabody that I don't go to that often, but I think it's a pretty cool place. And so we worked the crowd for about 25 or 30 minutes. There was a lot of people in there. It was in the morning. And we sat down, and Ed goes, "Who is this person sitting across the table from me right now?" And I said, you know, something like, "Excuse me?" And he said, "You're absolutely charming." And I said, "Okay." He said, "You're not the person I see on the campaign trail at all." And I said, "Well, you know, I kind of am what I am. I don't really feel like I'm a heck of a lot different as a person day to day to day, but I do think that, you know, everybody gets more comfortable with things the more you do them, okay? And a lot of the stuff I've done in this campaign I was doing for the first time. And I hope I got better at it the more time I, you know, had an at-bat. So if you think about, you know, marching in a parade or walking into a room full of strangers and introducing yourself as a candidate for governor, or just trying to figure out the ebb and flow of who would actually like to talk to you versus who really wants you to go away, and being able to, you know, just do the kinds of things that you're supposed to do as a candidate. Yeah, I am very much still a work in progress on all that, but I think I am more comfortable with it now than I was.
Should it matter? Should it matter to people when they're voting, when they're deciding how warm and fuzzy a candidate is?
I think the thing that should matter most to people, and now I'm just sort of speaking to my own way of thinking about this stuff, is whether or not you think the person is saying what they believe to be true.